Hey, welcome back to another News in General live stream. I'm here with Jason Goyette tonight, and I'm Cole Kruper, of course. Tonight we're going to be covering quite a few stories on the police state and a few other things up here in Canada. And yeah, so Jason, of course, you can follow him on Twitter at Jason Goyette and follow me on Twitter at CK270. And of course, you can follow News in General on Twitter at News in General and stay up to date with all the stuff that we are writing about and all the stuff that Jason is doing videos on every week. So the very first story we're going to be covering is one on Canada Post and their plan to end door-to-door mail delivery, opting for community mailboxes. The internet has made a large part of mail obsolete. Today, many people use the internet to receive and pay bills, send letters to one another, or letters, emails, obviously, to one another, and so on. The internet has impacted a lot of businesses, especially the mail industry. Canada Post, a Crown corporation, which means it's owned by the Canadian government, has announced its plan for the future. The main point being the end of door-to-door delivery in urban areas, which will be a process that will start in the second half of 2014 and should be fully effective in the next 5 years. Once the plan is completed, people will have to go to a community mailbox to receive their mail. It includes parcels and all that stuff, so that expensive iPad that you bought will be put in a nice community mailbox unless you go through UPS or something. This change, according to Canada Post, will affect 1/3 of Canadians, saying those who live in rural areas or currently use community mailboxes will see no changes to their current service. These community mailboxes are meant for urban areas. Now, the change will also see a reduction in workers at Canada Post by about 6,000 to 8,000 employees, although Canada Post expects about 15,000 employees to retire in the next few years, making the process easier, allowing Canada Post to hire only who it needs in the future. And Canadians will also see higher stamp prices. But, March 31st, 2014, individual stamps will rise to the price of $1, and in bulk they will rise to the price they will rise to 85 cents from the current price of 63 cents. And Canada Post also intends to expand its retail network, opening more franchise locations and local retailers around the country to better serve Canadians. Canada Post will also make various internal changes to make mail and parcels flow better through their network and out to their customers. The reasoning for this decision is mainly due to the fact that if Canada Post continues on its current path, by 2020 Canada Post will lose $1 billion annually. The new plan will also make the Crown Corporation financially sustainable by 2019. So what do you think of that, Jason? Sound like a good plan?
Hell no, it doesn't sound like a good plan.
Think about all the...
the reason why I say that is... Now, I do have a question also. The reason why I say that is, like you said, you mentioned something about iPads and expensive items and stuff. This is just an excuse. What happens if you go there? It gives you more of a reason to accidentally drop your item or somebody steal it from you. You go there, there's a bunch of people at this community mailbox place, and that's a good place for thieves to hang out at. You know what I'm saying?
Someone's gonna, put it in the back of their pickup truck and drive off.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Cole Cooper goes to get his iPad out of the mailbox, or goes to get something that he ordered, and there's some guy lurking behind one of those big boxes or whatever.
You just see it get ripped off its base. The strap are tied around it. Following a pickup truck, and the guys run out and throw it in the back of the truck and floor it.
The thing is are they going to bolt them down, or are they going to have any way of bolting them to the concrete or to a pole?
They're going to have to do. They're going to have to do one hell of a job because
come
on, if they're little tiny bolts, trust me, truck will end those bolts.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I also see a problem with, like you mentioned earlier, with elderly people. They're going to have to now go out and get their mail, or they're going to have somebody else go out and get their mail for them.
Like in the summer, it might be okay. It might be kind of nice for them to have to go out for a little stroll.
Yeah, but you're up in Canada. I mean,
but when it's minus 40 in the winter and the snow's blowing and all that, absolute blizzard, minus 40, wind chill, minus 50, it'll be really nice.
Yeah. I mean, come on, you're up in Canada. I mean, it doesn't make no sense.
In the summer, it'll probably work for them, maybe.
The biggest thing...
if they have mobility issues, too, then they're going to have to get somebody to go and get the mail.
Exactly. The biggest thing, I think, like you said, the reason why they're doing this is to save money. They're saving money. They're saving money, making you spend more money, and making it harder for you to get your mail, more difficult.
And slashing
an extra
jobs.
Step. And slashing jobs. There you go. That's going to piss off a lot of people up there. I know that for sure.
Unless they really are. Unless these 15,000 employees really are retiring. Or Jason, if it's 15,000 employees retiring, then they're just going to lay off about 68,000 employees on the side.
Say you've been retired and that's it. We won't sue you, or we won't try to destroy your life or whatever.
So we're going to see higher stamp prices and changes, and we're also going to see more retail outlets because here, Canada Post, you can mail stuff, like grocery store and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
expand that idea, I guess, to more stores. I know here in the city they got little offices and pharmacies
Yeah.
and grocery stores. Yeah, it works quite well. It's
I also have
convenient.
one question about it. Will businesses be forced to use this now, or are
Yes,
they
yes.
go
This
to
this
the?
applies to businesses too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bad place for thieves, because, I mean, people, owners of businesses and stuff, going to get their mail around
Oh
this big
yeah, yeah.
community of all these people.
So my plan would be my suggestion would be for your parcels with all your iPads and all that expensive stuff. Just try UPS or FedEx.
UPS, FedEx.
It'll at least get to your door.
Yeah.
Even if
Christmas cards, stuff like that.
here's another part too. If you get it out of the box,
Hmm.
who's to say somebody isn't going to jump you when you get all your nice
Yeah.
expensive stuff out
Do
of the
not
box?
open your stuff at the community mailbox. Go
And
home and
and
open
of course,
it.
mail carriers in the past have been attacked too, and stole their mail.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Bring your pit bull with you.
we're gonna put it all in one place. That's a great idea.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Great idea, guys.
Yep.
Bring your pit bull with you.
And of course, I guess it can cause some litter problems too, as you can see
Oh,
in the
God,
picture, the article there.
Yeah, check out. Hey, by the way, guys, the links in the description are to all the articles that Cole Kruper and I wrote. So go check them out if you want to read the full story.
Yeah, 90% me and 10% Jason.
There you go. Yeah, he's catching up with me, by the way. I'm at 140 something. He's at, what are you
48.
at? 48. Yeah.
So I'm cranking up the articles.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blown away. What? Well, I got videos coming for you guys. He's got articles. So how's that?
Yeah.
That's good for you.
But I guess it makes sense to save money, because do you want to go down the route of let's bankrupt the country with all this wonderful stuff? Like, let's look at the example of another country with just $17 trillion in debt. Great plan.
This is a terrible, terrible idea, because they say, who's gonna clean up all this mess? Like you said, all the litter and stuff.
Well, I guess
probably
it probably won't
build
happen
up.
in all areas, but I guess
Yeah,
it can in some areas. I'd say just don't let them deliver flyers to these damn things.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand flyers coming to my door. Actually,
That's a good way to get rid of flyers and all that bull
Yeah,
crap
exactly.
that you
Because think about it. Like, most of the time when they get to my door, they don't ever put them in the mailbox probably, so they're blowing across the driveway and you're trying to pick all this stuff up. Like, oh, this is great. Like, you just need to put I've always said, let's put up a garbage can on the stairs.
Flyers go here.
Yeah, exactly. But besides, flyers go there with an arrow pointing down to the garbage can.
Jesus.
And then, come, garbage day, just tie it up and throw it at the curb. Done.
So they're saying that these community mailboxes will cost $400 million to $500 million.
That's what it'll save them that amount.
Oh, it'll save them that amount. Wow. And they're saying, how much is it costing to put get all this going on?
Like I said, with the current plan, with the way they are right now,
Yeah.
before this plan here that you see comes into effect, they will lose $1 billion annually by 2020. They can prevent that by 2019 with the new plan.
Yeah, that's all about money, like I said, folks.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Listen to this, I love this word. Streamlining operation. $100 million to $150 million.
Well, yeah, let's that obviously they want to make things flow faster through their network.
Yeah.
Instead of using clunky things that don't work as well.
That goes to say, is the mail going to be, shipped to you faster, maybe?
Could be.
If it's the streamlined operation, is so streamlined.
You could, and the thing that'll also reduce time too is it's a lot quicker to deliver mail to one place.
That is, yeah, there you go. Get a big old FedEx truck or something like that, somewhere around that size, and
they got their little vans, I guess, right now. I guess
so
they get bigger trucks.
this instead of how you're at work and you go around the water cooler and you do talking, now it's going to be going to the mailbox, the community mailbox, and you talk to all your neighbors and stuff.
Right, exactly.
Oh, how you do? Yeah, a little meetup place. Oh,
unless they're all antisocial, they're like, dare you talk to me?
Yeah, get out of here.
You stay at your own mailbox. Get away from mine.
Mine's under yours.
No, you just stay away.
Shit. Goodness.
It's a good idea, I guess, financially for the country.
Financially, yeah, absolutely.
The country makes a bit of sense, I guess, for people, and unfortunately with the elderly, you can't deliver mail to them either, because then they never save money.
Yeah.
And with the elderly population set to increase, with all the baby boomers retiring,
yeah,
they'd lose money in the process.
That's very true. I just feel bad for the elderly, like I said, the elderly people out there, because like you said, they're gonna have to go out during the wintertime in Canada and get their mail in the freezing weather.
Well, I guess it'd be okay in like Vancouver. It used to be more
Yeah.
raining or something there.
Well, unless if they have a family member that could, go out there for them and do that. I mean, that'd be cool.
Right. Yeah, I
But,
guess if they have mobility issues too, it'd be even harder.
yeah. Not many people out there are that nice, to go out and get elderly's, your family members' mail or whatever.
Yeah, unless you got a really nice neighbor or something.
Yeah. That's true. And plus, you got to think of, there's a lot of elderly that lives alone as well. They don't have nobody, no family members there with them, so.
Yeah, and with the way people are too, if they slip and fall,
Yeah.
How do most people react when they're driving along and see the elderly?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that, guys. Let's take a picture.
Look at that. Well, let's slow down for a second. Give me the phone. Taking some pictures. Then they just floored. Okay, roll up the window. We're going now.
Yeah, freaking.
I don't even look in the mirror. Well, the elderly guy's sitting there going, "Help me. Yeah. I'll just take a picture of you. Okay, see you now."
All right, guys. I want to let you guys know why Cole goes on a rant, or I'm going to stop him before he goes on a rant there. You guys can do some call-ins. You can call in and chime in on the topics that we're discussing. The number is 1-213-814-3151. That number is 1-213-814-3151. That's that's a Skype number, by the way.
Now, I was going to get into a good rant, so let me finish.
Oh, okay. So go rant on now. Let's go.
There's this one guy I knew, right? And he was driving along the road, and he seen this elderly guy at a bus stop, right? And I guess he fell. So I guess the bus driver didn't care, just let him off the bus. He fell, and so part of him's actually on the road. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
like half of his body's on the road, and it's winter time.
Yeah. And
nobody bothered stopping for him except this guy I knew, and then another guy stopped as well, and they helped him up and helped him to a little senior center just down the road, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, chances are, if nobody would have stopped for him, it was snowing that night too, dark.
Oh my God, yeah.
A snowplow probably would have come along and just buried him.
Wow, holy cow! It's hard to find nice people around anymore.
So it's just those two people that I was telling you about that actually stopped for him.
Yeah.
Everybody else, thousands of people coming down the road, no one stops for him. Over who knows how long the guy was sitting there. Whether the bus driver seen him fall around.
Yeah, how long did it take for the people to pick him up, though, to help him up?
I don't think it was that long, really. And then they helped him to the senior center, which is just down the road from there, right?
Yeah.
And no one else would stop for him. And like I said, the snowplow probably would have come along and buried him.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah.
It would have never found him till the spring.
Holy cow!
Someone's driving down the road, and the snow on the side of the road starts melting. You see his body.
Well, guys, if you're out there watching, the two gentlemen that helped the elderly guy fall, you get a thumbs up.
There you go.
You get a pat on the back, a clap. There you go.
It's just sad too that they're gonna. This mail thing too, it's forcing the elderly to get out of their houses.
Yep, there's gonna be a lot more accidents. There's gonna be a lot more slip and falls, and
like I said, in the summer, it's a fine idea. In the summer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Those with mobility issues are gonna have a very difficult time getting around.
Yeah. Unless if they have one of those motor scooters or those little wheelchairs.
Yeah, I wonder how well those do in the cold.
Yeah, they get halfway there and then die or something.
The battery dies in the cold. Yeah. They're coming down the hill and they have to brake and just
slides all the way
sliding down the hill.
Oh man!
Can't stop the thing.
Yeah, jeez Louise.
So
I don't know what they're thinking up there, them damn Canadians.
Well, it's a good idea financially. Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense financially. I agree. Oh, you think they would ever implement that in the United States?
Well, I hear the USPS, right?
Yeah.
I hear they're not doing all that well. Would it make sense for them to do it? Would it make sense for them?
It would.
It would. Will they? Probably not.
Good. I don't want them to, because I'm attached to my mailbox. I have a bond between my mailbox.
They just think even if you did take it off, you'd probably still get flyers coming. Even when the mail stopped being delivered, it used to still deliver the flyers, and it'd be all over.
It would also give me a chance to say hi to the ladies out there.
Yeah. Well, they're getting their mail, I guess. Yeah.
Hey! Oh, you dropped a piece, honey. Let me get it for you.
Yeah. And you open your bill. You feel like crap after you look at the bill. Like, I'm so happy till I open the bill.
Yeah. I'll wait till I get home for that.
It also sets a lot of people up for identity theft too.
Yep, that too. Yeah,
putting it, way out there.
And I know personally about that. Like I told you earlier.
Yeah. And unfortunately, if somebody people probably watch someone drive away with these things too. They probably watch their. That's cool. I'm just gonna say my house full of guy drives away with the big mailboxes.
There goes another mailbox down the street.
Oh, they're putting them in the back of their pickup.
Holy cow!
There it goes down the road.
They need, the next thing they want to put cameras where every mailbox is at, every community mailbox, because they're gonna say, it's to make sure nobody steals it now.
Yeah. It's for
That's what
your
was
safety.
the next thing is going to be is, oh, for your
It's
safety, we're going to have about 20 cameras by your mailbox now.
uh,
To where we can zoom in and get all your information when you're reading your mail.
if they did it in the U.S., they'd probably crank it up even more. Actually, I think they
Oh
already
yeah.
scan mail. Actually, I
Yeah.
think they scan. Yeah, they
Scan
can.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on, unless you have something else to say on this story, other than it's a
Uh,
good and bad story,
good
really.
for good for financial problems. They're
Yeah.
gonna implement that. That's good for that. But it's also bad for you and your father and all the Canadians out there because,
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, you're gonna have to go all the way there to get your mail. You can't just go out in front of your door. How far
Yeah.
away is this gonna be from your house? Where's it gonna
That,
be at in your
I'm
neighborhood?
not sure. I guess it might be multiple in a neighborhood, but
Yeah, yeah,
I can't imagine they're gonna have one on every street.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Well, at least it'll get people out and about.
I guess, but they just
Yeah.
be driving there.
Burn up that gas, that good old Canadian gas up there.
Yeah. You probably use that Canadian gas down there too. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, yeah.
Don't worry. I bet you put it in your car many times.
Oh boy, here's that
Right from Alberta,
Canadian
I
talk
bet.
coming out. Here's that Canadian talk coming out, guys.
Anyways, moving on to the next story. I guess moving on to another story about Walmart and the well, I guess the cops in this story did the right thing. I was actually quite happy with what the deputies did in this story. But let's just go through it here. So Joe Cantrell was handcuffed for attempting to price match at his local Walmart. Cantrell, I believe.
Yep,
Yeah,
Cantrell.
yeah, Cantrell loves Walmart, and most days goes there twice a day. I guess he really likes Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Each to their own, right? Although at times he thinks the prices could be a bit lower, that's why he attempts to lower the price by going through various ads for other stores and then going to Walmart to get them to match the advertised price at their competitors. Joe Cantrell came into Walmart for some ornaments for his Christmas tree and went to customer service to match some prices like he normally does with no issues. Except this time he was told that they couldn't match the prices, although online the store says they can do it and will gladly do it. And of course there's usually signs in the stores that say
Yep.
they'll do it.
Yep.
Cantrell wasn't all too happy with this, since he had been able to do it so many times in the past without a problem. Cantrell let management know what he thought of the experience and left the store. And here's a quote from him that he told ABC 15. When I left, he, in reference to, I guess, management or something, the guy at the store, turned around and called the county sheriff's office and said he felt intimidated and threatened. I was upset, but never once did I say anything to the gentleman. Continuing on here, Cantrell returned to the store 4 days later, where he was then handcuffed by sheriff's deputies and had a court summons and notice banning him from every Walmart in existence for
Holy
life,
cow.
forever. Cantrell says he felt humiliated and embarrassed after being handcuffed in front of everyone. I felt ashamed. I felt like I was the bad guy, and I know I'm not the bad guy.
Yeah.
Now, the sheriff's deputies let him go after they realized what was going on. I guess they realized they were arresting him for something quite ridiculous.
Exactly, I agree with that.
So even the
once we agree with the police.
So like I said, there's still good cops out there. These guys did their job.
Yep.
They realized, hey, you know what? This guy actually didn't do anything. You go home, you put the ordinance on your Christmas tree. But the interesting thing is, how come on Black Friday they didn't arrest all the shoppers beating the living hell out of the customers? But they kicked you out of the store for recording the riots.
That is good. That is good. Yeah.
But they won't ban thousands of customers for beating on other customers violently. You don't do that. But
what are you gonna say about corporate world?
But you're slightly frustrated with stupidity at the Walmart store.
Yeah.
Boom! You can never come back. Don't ever enter
any Walmart in
the world.
Holy smokes! What in the hell is going through Walmart's mind?
And of course the
boycott Walmart.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, boycotting Walmart wouldn't work because they just laugh at you. You boycott us all you want. You leave my store, I have 60 more of you to replace you.
And there you go.
Go ahead, do it.
That's a problem with corporate businesses.
Back in the day with the mom and pop store, they'd be concerned with you leaving today. Go ahead, go to your competitors. Go to my
get out of here. Yeah,
I don't care.
Sue.
I get 60, 100 more of you people.
Wow. I find this disturbing because I too have seen, where it says, we'll match competitors' prices, blah 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 blah. I too have seen that.
And it even says on their website,
And
We'll
so, yeah,
gladly match the prices of our
yeah.
competitors, but we might ban you from Walmart forever.
Oh yeah, we'll gladly do that, but you're gonna get banned from every Walmart in existence.
And
That's
we'll call
taking a
down
big
the
step. They're
we'll
not only
call
banning them from this Walmart, but every Walmart in the whole damn world. I mean, come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
what's going through your freaking head, you stupid Walmart?
Yeah, we might contact, we might get the police state down here and take care of you.
Get a riot gear all going on and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
What in the hell?
Yeah, actually, this guy left the store and came back 4 days later, like I said, and the
And then he
police
got
were
her
waiting
handcuffed.
for him.
Yeah,
They just handcuff him. Here's your notice. You can never go to
oh yeah.
Walmart again.
Listen, here's a
You have
lesson.
to appear in court.
When Walmart is involved, it's big business. It's top priority to the police if it's Walmart involved. They're the big guys on the block.
Oh, for sure.
That's because they're corporate.
This is terrible. Like I said, they don't care that they just lost a customer.
Yeah. Like I
Unfortunately.
said, they have thousands of more, so what are you gonna do?
Exactly. That's the problem. Customers are very replaceable.
Yep. That's true. That's true.
To sum this up,
that's why I like country stores. Country mom and pop stores, as you put it.
out in the small towns, you go in there.
Yeah, they're worried about the customer. They're concerned about them. They
get to know you. You go to Walmart,
go.
and I don't know about your experience, probably the same, but most of them don't have a personality. Most of the people that work there.
They're just like,
they just sit
robot
there,
zombies,
pushing buttons, here's the bag, push more buttons, here's the bag.
Yeah.
Give me your credit card and put it in the machine.
Exactly, that's the way it is.
You know what the funny thing is? You give them cash, and they're always confused. What is this stuff for a minute? And they're like,
oh, wait. The drawer, they're like, where'd this go?
That
goes there.
We give them actual bills or change.
Next thing you know, we're going to be paying them in Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, that confused me even more.
Bitcoin. Yeah. What is this? Is it a real coin? Is it an actual coin? What is it, gold? It's not a coin.
Exactly.
It's computer. You all right there? You got a cold, don't you?
Yeah, a bit of a cold.
Yeah, that's a cold season, guys. It's a cold season. What I recommend out there to the viewers, vitamin B12 complex. That's what I'm taking now, and I'm feeling pretty damn good.
Yeah, they say zinc is good for fighting colds too. What's
that is?
Zinc.
Zinc? Oh, I never tried that.
Yeah, I haven't either have I, but
I'm
thinking about doing it and see what it's like. Get to the pharmacy or whatever.
Yep.
So I guess we're going to transition into another police state article. More police state like. The good police state always, protecting you and making everything much more safer for you, and protecting and serving the shit out of you. That's what they do. The police state, everything is for your safety or for the kids.
Oh yeah.
And of course, usually
after we handcuff you, put you in jail, and take your kids away.
Yeah, and when they handcuff you, you're still a threat to them.
Yeah.
They still feel threatened once you're handcuffed.
You're going to do something in the future, so we're going to put you in jail.
They feel threatened while they're tasering you.
Yeah, well, for like 3 minutes.
While you're on the ground, they're threatened. Like the guy's passed out, but we're still threatened, He's unconscious. But
if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, it was a previous story that we covered, and that's what we're referring to about the guy on the ground getting tasered.
Right. But moving on to the story at hand, in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Brittany Preston left her dog with her grandfather for the night so she could go to work. When she got back, her dog was dead, shot by police 8 times. Her grandfather has mild dementia and let the dog outside and forgot to let the dog back in the house. They tried to get the man's attention. The dog began to bark, but the grandfather couldn't hear the barking. The barking went on for a few hours. Eventually, neighbors got sick of the noise and called police. Police got to the home at approximately 7 a.m. and the dog was in the front yard. Police surrounded the dog. The grandfather was awake at this point and opened the door to try to let the dog back in the house. But instead of going back in the house, the dog made the fateful mistake of barking at police.
Oh, no! Oh, we're going to kill him because he barked. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Police asked the grandfather if he was the owner of the dog. He told them it wasn't his dog, but in the heat of the moment failed to note that it was his granddaughter's dog. So the police made the assumption that it wasn't his dog and it shouldn't have been there. Police spent a fair bit of time trying to round up the dog with a dog stick. They stopped when they began to fear for their lives, of course. Then, according to the police report, the dog charged at officers. In response, the officers shot the dog 8 times. Now, my question is, first of all, before we continue.
8 times?
Yeah. They put 8 bullets in the dog. Jason, you know how sometimes dogs get excited and they'll run towards you and maybe jump on you?
Yep.
But they're not necessarily threatening?
Yep.
You think that may have happened?
Possibly.
But let's continue.
Maybe those officers didn't have dogs. Maybe they didn't know that's what a dog does.
Well, you'd have to be pretty stupid to know what a dog does.
Yeah,
Even if you don't know what a
exactly.
dog, come on, you've encountered a dog, what, 30 years
You
old, I'm
had
sure
to
you've
have
seen a dog.
encountered. Yeah, you've had to have.
Wait, they got police dogs, too.
All right, see, cops out there, police. I tried to fend for you, but obviously it
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
work.
Continuing on, Brittany Preston, the owner of the dog, told ABC you could sedate them and find out who the owners are instead of killing them and worrying about it later. Witnesses told a slightly different story, saying the dog had cowered up against the house, but police continued shooting it anyways. Now, if a dog had really cowered up against the house, there really isn't much reason to shoot the dog 8 times, is there? Did they have really feared for their lives? No,
Oh,
obviously, no, obviously, an investigation needs to look into, which side of the story is true. Was the dog actually aggressive? Did it charge at police? Or had it cowered up against the house where police shot it 8 times because they could? Or, like I said, maybe the dog was just a little too friendly with the police. What do you think, Jason?
you can argue both things. I mean, the cop or the dog could be too friendly with the police. I mean, there's a lot of friendly dogs out there, and it doesn't look like this is a vicious dog. Obviously, click the link in the description below, guys, and you can see the picture on the article here on the newsingeneral.com. And the dog looks like a really nice dog. It doesn't look like one of those vicious dogs. Sometimes you could probably look at a dog and, oh yeah, that's a vicious dog. He's
Oh, it was a
got the
puppy as well.
Yeah, little puppy. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Little puppy dog eyes right there. Looking up at the camera. That is not a vicious dog. It looks more like a energetic, happy-go-lucky dog that is going to come at you and jump on you and be playful. But obviously the cops should have known that. Now if the dog was like foaming at the mouth and drooling and just like vicious, and yeah, obviously, but there was witnesses, there was neighbors that witnessed this. So, in my opinion, I believe the neighbors, the witnesses, they're the ones that are telling the true story here, okay? Because obviously cops have power. They can lie and get away with it. We've seen it many times before. So,
Yeah, like that story in Dallas where they tried to lie about the mentally ill man.
Yeah,
But
that one.
unfortunately, security footage proved them wrong. It must have just burnt their ass.
And that is where we say we need to get our own security cameras.
Yeah, that must have pissed them off when they found out, oh, that neighbor, how dare he have a camera mounted on his front door? How dare he? He finally exposed us. He exposed our lives. How dare he?
So where I'm going with it is, like I said, I believe the neighbors, were correct and are telling the truth on what really happened. The dog cowering up against it because it doesn't. Once this dog, I mean, I could kind of. I'm a dog person. I had a wolf and I was best friends with him, but I could kind of tell just by looking at this dog that if you got really angry at this dog, even it's a puppy by the way as well. So if you got really angry at him, he would back away. He would back away. If he feels threatened, he would back away and cower like the neighbors said that he did.
Right.
So that's what I believe this dog did, and now the cops are saying, oh, he came after us, he charged, and
it's easy.
He was
Cujo. You can do a lot with words, unfortunately. There's a lot of ways to change things. You could say
one word and the whole story changes.
If the dog was being friendly, then you could say the dog was, he was running towards me. He was happy to see me, blah, blah, blah. He was curious as to who I was. Or you could say the dog had charged at me. He had a furious look on his face. He was dangerous, and I needed to do what I do. It did. I had to put 8 bullets in it.
8 times? What in the hell? 8 times? Come on now.
If they really felt threatened, fine. Now, one bullet be enough to stop the dog?
Yeah. And I gotta say, 8 bullets all hit their mark?
I guess.
Because that's the first time in history I heard of that. I mean, holy cow.
Well, I guess they were close, right?
There you go. They were close. Maybe they got too close. Maybe they threatened the dog.
Because you got to remember this too. If it was this dog being friendly, you got to remember puppies are full of energy too.
Yeah. There you go. That's true. But I can't believe that, man. Putting 8 bullets in a puppy.
Yeah. The police felt threatened. Like I said, they feared for their lives.
Yeah, they got all these vests and protections and all that. They obviously had like the dog catching equipment there because they had the dog stick or whatever. Yeah. I mean, come on, it's a puppy. It's not like you need to pull out an M16 on it. Jesus, it's not made of bulletproof armor or something.
Let's pull a missile or something. Okay, pull the fucker.
Oh God, yep, we got the target in sight. Drop a big boy on her, or whatever they call it.
Fat boy,
fat boy.
Yeah. But it's just sad, there's many cases too of the police just killing dogs because they can.
And that I'm not okay with.
Yeah, exactly. Killing anything just because they can. Actually, no, another case in New York. I didn't write about it this week. But the police, I guess there was this guy who was a little disturbed, and he ran out onto the street and wanted to get run over, right?
I'm pumped up now. You're getting me happy.
And when they were, I guess the police were trying to stop him. I guess he was running from the police at that point.
Yeah.
And the officer's response was to start shooting at him. Now, in that response, they hit two women, I believe.
Oh, two.
And remember, the police did this, okay? There's a reason why I'm emphasizing the fact that the police did it, the NYPD or something.
Oh,
And
now
the man that was running is facing 25 years for assault or something like that.
Jesus.
Because they are pinning the guy against the wall because the police couldn't shoot him. It's now his fault that the police couldn't shoot him.
That is.
They are charging him
Yeah.
because they couldn't shoot him. They accidentally hit other people, so therefore it is his fault. And he is currently facing 25 years.
We couldn't kill you, sir, so we're just gonna put you in prison.
We couldn't shoot you, but we shot other people.
Oh, what were you charged with? Oh, I was charged with not dying.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and get you in jail now because you
didn't want to die.
Shoot you.
Yeah. Pathetic.
And that's sad, because
Yep.
they are just a bad shot.
That's what I was saying about
it's
the dog.
automatic.
Surprised.
Let's say for some reason you were running from the police and they're shooting at you, and they accidentally hit two bystanders.
Yep.
How would you feel if they came to you and said, "Yeah, it's your fault, sir. We're gonna try and get you 25 years in jail because
I'd sell a couple of my organs and get the best lawyer I could possibly get, and freaking turn it over back onto them.
Yeah.
Get them in trouble for it because that's
the
ridiculous.
Police cannot shoot, but hey, it's your fault, buddy.
Ridiculous.
Works out great, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, hey, if you got a badge and a gun, you're set to go.
Well, yeah, exactly. That little shiny
guys,
badge.
we're gonna arrest you if you say the sky's blue.
Hey, you're a conspiracy.
And we'll get away with it.
Hey, if you say drones are in the U.S., you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yep. How about this? How about I quote this? They are called the Animal Death Squad.
Well, yeah, it's actually what it's like. Now you say that, I was trying to think of the word earlier. I couldn't. Like a firing squad.
Firing squad. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Like the dog.
We need to call in the animal firing squad. We got a vicious puppy about 7 months old.
Yeah, vicious. It charged at us. But it looked friendly. But it charged at us. I tell you.
We had to put 8 bullets in it to stop it. It was just going crazy.
It was vicious. We put 4 bullets in it.
I got all this protection on. I got these gloves, these bulletproof vests, and everything. But I had to put 8 bullets in them
first, and it wouldn't stop. I tell you, so we had
to drop a fat bomb on them.
Hey, come on, 1 bullet would have been enough to stop it if it was that deadly.
My cousin is an Atlantic City cop. And I would love to talk to him about this because I'd love to see his point of view on this.
Oh, maybe we should get him on the show one day.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not into all the YouTube stuff though. He doesn't like to be on camera and stuff. I don't think.
I'll look into it. Maybe get him to call in or something.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
You can just have the video off. We'll discuss that
maybe
later.
Maybe a podcast or something. Yep.
There you go. But obviously the police in this case, for whoever's safety, I guess, they're. But if anybody else would have done that to protect
animal
themselves,
abuse,
animal cruelty. How dare you do that?
Yeah.
But if you have a badge that says police above the law, then you can do whatever you want. If that involves putting 8 bullets in the dog, well, that involves putting 8 bullets in the dog.
Jeez Louise.
That's how the police do it. Remember, they are above the law.
I tell you, if that ever happened to my most of them. There you go. If that ever happened to my dog, I would pull out the biggest lawsuit on them so bad. I would pull out the biggest lawsuit on them so bad. I'd sell everything that I owned and just want to get him back, just to prove him wrong.
Unfortunately,
the law is not always right.
Unfortunately, they'd probably find a way out of it. They'd swerve out of it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
With all the NSA data, they'd probably find something on you, and then something stupid.
They've already found stuff on it.
They'll go make up a law and then charge you for it.
Yeah.
But moving on, a solution to the world's freshwater shortage. We've all heard there's only so much fresh water to go around. With a growing world population, we could eventually run out, or at least see certain areas. At least certain areas could see extreme water shortages due to high populations. Now, of course, most of us realize that we could simply desalinate seawater, so there really isn't too much of a water crisis unless you happen to live in a country that doesn't have the money to pay for such processes. Salinated seawater is one option to solving the water issue, but there's also another option, one that promises to reduce the impact of droughts, inland water shortages, and be able to sustain future generations. This particular source is limited, though. Once it's gone for a very long time.
Yep.
Large freshwater reserves have been found in the seabeds of North America, Australia, China, and South America. These freshwater reserves are limited, and like I said earlier, once they're gone, they're gone. And the reason for this is due to the process that made the reserves possible in the first place. These vast freshwater reserves were formed over thousands of years at a time when sea levels were considerably lower, allowing the areas of today's sea and land to be exposed to rainwater, and thus the rainwater was absorbed into the water table in these areas, according to Vincent Post. Unless the sea level drops in the future, the freshwater beneath is a limited resource. Now, it'll be interesting to see where this discovery goes in the future, but they say the process of obtaining this water will be difficult. They have to drill for it, and they have to.
How many miles? How many feet or miles?
Well, it's under the ocean, right? So.
Oh, holy cow! Yeah.
So they're gonna have to somehow find a way to drill for it. They're gonna have to ensure they don't contaminate it.
There you go. Yeah.
They don't want salt water getting into that.
Creeping in there. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's difficult to do that actually.
So it might work, but would it be cheaper to just desalinate the seawater?
Yep.
What do you think of that, Jason?
In my opinion, it would be definitely cheaper to do that. I don't understand why we haven't come up with this idea sooner. I mean,
well, we just found this thing.
Desalination, or you mean?
Oh no, not desalinate. No, desalinating's been around for a long time.
You mean? Are you talking about the water? Yeah, the water underneath the sea.
Yeah.
Basically, the fresh water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to do the desalination, and I don't understand why we haven't done that sooner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Done that to salt water. But that is a good thing. Whenever we run out of salt water, hopefully we don't. Okay. You just messed me up just then. But like I was saying, if we ever run out of salt water, then that'll be the last resort, because like Cole said, that's going to cost a lot of resources and a lot of time, a lot of money to drill all the way through the ocean, all the way through the salt water, or not drill through it, but get down to the bottom of it, and then drill through the floor to get to the fresh water. That's not worth it to me. That'll be a last resort. But yeah, insanity. Let me take a look at the article here, because Cole is unavailable at the moment, so I'm kind of shooting off. Hopefully I don't start a ramble here. I'm going to get water. Oh, that's not a pun. That's not a pun. Okay, I just got another message here. Time to bowl. Got that from Anthony, by the way. But yeah, he's going to get some water. Hopefully it's desalinized. Hopefully it's not the water that's under the ocean. The water that's under the water. Like I said, it would be difficult to get through all that. I wonder how they do it, actually. That'd be very difficult to go down to the bottom of the ocean and drill through the ocean floor, then go to the water under the ocean floor. That'll be kind of difficult, honestly. I was trying to burn in time there while you was getting your water.
It will be.
Your desalinized water. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's going to get water.
Nice,
there it is, guys.
Water.
Oh yeah, it's got all that good chlorine in it and all that good mind-changing, mind-altering, brainwashing stuff.
Well, I guess it isn't working that well on me because I'm not that numb.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But you're right. It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of resources, a lot of time to do that. Because what they're probably gonna have to do is build like a capsule or something in the ocean, wherever they're at, above the freshwater pocket or whatever. Build a capsule or some type of container above the salt water. Drain out all the salt water inside that capsule so they can move around freely. Because they ain't gonna be able to have enough time, enough oxygen to go down below and drill down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what
I was saying, pump the water out.
Yeah. What could be?
Block it off.
Desalinating could be very cheaper because desalination really isn't that hard of a process.
No. Me? Honestly, no.
No.
Well, no.
Boil it, cool it back down. You boil the water, put it through a pipe, and you just cool the steam back down.
Okay, yeah.
All the water comes through, nice and pure. It's got no minerals in it, but it's pure.
And it probably doesn't taste that well either.
No, that's why you put minerals back into it.
Yeah, probably stale taste.
Yeah, you have to. That's why you have to put the minerals back into it.
Yeah.
Of course, they'll put the fluoride in it and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, that brainwashing good stuff,
Yeah.
What's that? Promethazine or promethazine or what is
Well,
it?
they'll throw whatever they
Aspartame?
want. Yeah. And
Yeah.
one day, like, yeah, we put formaldehyde in your water. That's good for you.
Oh yeah.
But I personally, now that I think about it, it probably would be cheaper just to desalinate water. Like, you can do it in your kitchen if you want. It's not that difficult.
So get this. Freshwater reserves, large freshwater reserves have been found in seabeds of North America, Australia, China, and South America or South Africa.
Right.
Now I wonder if that's going to be a bargaining tool used in the future, maybe.
It could be.
Maybe maybe if like the whole world starts collapsing, we're on our last resources. The best world or the most strongest world are the ones with all the water.
Could also be a cause for war too.
Yeah, cause for war.
Because at least on inland, I live in the country with the most fresh water.
Yeah. And
So
I know. Listen, I know Texas has a lot of water as well.
Right. Yeah, they got a lot of oil down there too.
Yeah.
They have the
oil and
money.
water, great combination there. They got the money.
Exactly.
That's why all the presidents and all the secret society members all go to Texas. They buy out the land there. That way they have the rights to the water. They have the rights to the minerals and the oil and all that.
And then the U.S. will bag us for our water, which they have done.
Poor Canada.
But yeah, I think you're right. It would be quite an expensive excursion. But if it got desperate enough,
I said, last resort.
But come on, remember the world's covered like 70% water.
I know desalination is a lot more.
Look at the world for a bit, and just take a look at all that blue space.
What's easier?
Yeah, and I really doubt it would be hard to have sea levels going down.
Yeah.
But if that did happen, what would you do
unless if the sun evaporated all that,
hypothetically, if that were to happen because of extreme desalination of water,
yeah, solar flares or something.
It would be easy to counteract. Just have the water go back into the ocean and you're done with it.
Yeah, that'd be easier to do as well.
As long as it isn't full of chemicals and shit, why not put it back in the ocean?
Yeah, I got a question. How do you think they'd do this though? How would they drill to the bottom of the freshwater cavern?
Honestly, drill for it like you do oil.
Would they have to pump out all the water? Would they have to build a barrier and then pump out all the ocean water? Or?
Yeah, I think they'd probably have to build something.
I wonder how much water they'd have to pump out. Because how far out is this in the ocean? Is it right on the ocean bed, or is it close to the inland?
Well, I think we're
far out.
I think it's closer to the coast. I'm not sure how close. That's a quite expensive excursion. Somebody will find the money for it, but probably go bankrupt in the process. But whatever works, I guess. If you
own your one of the big time people,
Yeah. It could be a bad
That's my
idea
cat
too.
back there.
Yeah.
You guys can see.
So yeah, I think for now desalination makes a fair bit more sense.
Yep. Go back. Get down. You're in the live show.
and just think, they'll have a bunch of sea salts while you're at it.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Sea salt.
Yeah.
There you go. Sea salt's better than the regular normal salt that we get, I heard.
Really? I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that it's better for you. Sea salt is. That's what I heard anyways. Not a fact,
cool.
but something to think about.
Well, I've been using it for a little while. I haven't noticed any difference, but
yeah.
And, of course, our salt type has got the iodine in it, which is supposed to be good for your thyroid.
Oh yeah, iodized salt.
Yeah, it's something I didn't check into it or anything, but according to Infowars.
Infowars, there you go, Mister. You got a shout out for me again.
Apparently in the 20s, the government in the U.S. ordered a lot of salt manufacturers to throw it in. By the 40s, no more iodine.
You actually seen one of his commercials? Because that's where I got one of them at.
Oh yeah.
His commercials, yeah. Iodine, and he takes the little droplets. He's like, "Oh yeah, I feel good." Hilarious.
It's supposed to be good for your thyroid, and it's supposed to be apparently fight against radiation.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think they send out iodine tablets or whatever on nuclear war zones or whatever. I think.
Oh, Japan's gonna be needing a lot of it.
I heard of
that.
Apparently,
there's a nuclear wave coming towards us too. It's gonna be.
Yep, I heard that as well. Nuclear wave. Thank you, Jordan Christie out there. Big shout out to my friend in Florida. He sent me a video.
Yeah.
And guess who the video was on?
Who?
Infowars.
Yeah. Alex Jones talks about that quite often.
Yeah. He was sending me a video about it. So.
Moving on from a topic of radiation coming towards us to.
That's so polite. That's so enlightening to know that we're having radiation coming towards us.
Yeah, it's so great. Moving on to a topic.
Okay, we're ending the show. We'll just leave you with that.
Yeah, moving on to another topic that's also just as sad. How the government likes to censor their own employees when they You can basically say anything you want about. We're going to talk about it. Okay, let's try this again. Government employee who dared criticize Obamacare, censored by the county. Good title, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a piece of paper actually.
You can say anything you want about Obamacare, as long as you're not critical of it. That is, or Obama himself, actually. Norina Mooney, who works for the Santa Clara County in California, has done so for 20 years. Recently, she was talking to a fellow employee, and she began to criticize Obamacare. Now, she brought up the fact, okay, as keyword here, fact, that many people are going to be losing their current insurance plans to Obamacare. This is even true in California, according to CBS Sacramento, where about 1 million are going to be losing their, healthcare plans, even though Obama said, it'd be okay, you wouldn't lose your plans. He only said that about 60, 70 times that if you like your current healthcare plan, you can keep it, period. Now, you can't. Millions of Americans are going to be losing their healthcare plans, actually. Now, later on, long after the conversation, a supervisor called Mooney into a meeting where she was told that someone had overheard her conversation, in which she had been critical of Obamacare, as I mentioned earlier, and that person, who we're talking about now, was offended by the conversation. So this person, who wasn't identified, was offended by facts, okay? That's the key word here. This person was offended by fact. It's like saying you were offended by somebody who said the sky was blue. Terrible, someone would say that.
Oh, yeah.
Or things fall towards the ground. Ooh, terrible. Continuing on, Mooney was told she would have to leave the building in the future to express her critical opinions of Obamacare, because somehow the facts had offended someone. Now, the story gets a little more interesting. The office in which this all took place is said to be very supportive of Mr. Obama. Mooney says, and I like the way this is phrased, Mooney says the office is full of pro-Obama paraphernalia. I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
According to the Daily Caller, during the election, her workers wore pro-Obama clothing as well. Now, if someone was offended by the facts, honestly, that should just be their problem for being so ignorant.
Yeah.
But because someone got offended by the facts, once again, Mooney can't even mention proven facts in the office. It's like saying she can't say the sky's blue in her own office.
Yeah.
Mooney, and anyone else for that matter, should be allowed to speak their mind and mention facts instead of spewing complete garbage all day long.
Yep.
So what do you think of that, Jason? What do you think people should do? It's pretty good that everyone says that you're supposed to spew complete garbage all day long.
Oh, yeah, that's what the government wants you to do.
You're just supposed to sit there and lie down and just, take all the propaganda in and be like, yeah,
Exactly.
Obamacare, it's good. Obamacare, it's good. Nobody.
Now, I do
Obama said you wouldn't lose your health care plans. It's okay. Go ahead.
I do want to clarify that I am a victim of this. I got a letter today from my health insurance, Medicare, and I will show you some of it without blocking it out. But as you can see there,
You let it focus.
Read that. Go ahead, Cole.
This is about the Medicare buy-in benefit for Jason R. Goyette starting January 1st, 2014. Main Care will no longer pay for your monthly Medicare premium as of January 2014. If you get Social Security benefits, the premium will be taken out of your Social Security checks. It will also take a few months before you see this change.
So yeah, I'm a victim right there. They cut me off from my insurance.
But
and now they're gonna say, oh, Obamacare, we want that. That's great. Get Obamacare.
Jason, you are a conspiracy theorist for saying that. Because remember, Obama said like 50, 60 times, and generally it goes like this. If you're the variance, but it's about the same thing. If you like your current health care plan, you can keep it. Period. Then this year, millions of Americans are losing their current health care plans. But Obama said you wouldn't.
The thing is, guys, is I have an ostomy. My supplies to buy them would be $400 to almost $500.
All right.
Okay. So I was so happy that I had health care, and now it's gone. And now they're going to try to push Obamacare. I know that's what they're going to do. I have a feeling they're going to have a call up. Oh, do you need health care? Blah, 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 blah. I get that call like 100 times a day.
Yeah. Go to the website, which doesn't work.
You know what I say to that? Boom, right there.
Yeah. So this is what you're supposed to do, Jason. You're supposed to go to the Obamacare website, which doesn't work. You're supposed to call in, which also doesn't work. You're supposed to mail them, which also doesn't work.
Sorry, not doing it.
Like there's no actual option that works.
Yeah.
Like, how many months into this crap None of it still works.
They're supposedly hired a IT team or whatever to take care of the website problem that they have.
And every month, oh, we'll fix it. It'll be ready by the end of the month, I tell you.
It's just an excuse for the government not to take care of its people.
Yeah, and of course, it's called the Healthcare Affordability Act.
It's called Obamacare to me.
Yeah, and it's great when they actually just, we'll just get rid of your current healthcare.
So that's what they're doing, people. I got proof right here. I got a written letter from Department of Health and whatever Human Services, Office for Family Independence. I got that letter from them today. So that's proof right there. We're not lying. That story that we just mentioned from newsingeneral.com, that's true because obviously it happened to me today.
Right, and of course,
it's a coincidence.
On record from mainstream media, millions of Americans are losing their current healthcare plans. But
she did, I did,
Yeah.
It's happening in California. It's happening in Maine. It's happening all over.
Everywhere in the United States. Yeah. And if you were to work for California, there in Santa Clara County, and you worked for them, and you dared say that in the office, you would be told you must leave the office to talk fact. Like you have the proof, you have the mainstream media articles.
Yeah.
But you're still a conspiracy theorist for saying that.
They love that word now. It's like they're the conspiracy theorists. They say it so much.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of words that are used very often in the U.S. Conspiracy theorist and terrorist.
Yeah, terrorist. He's a terrorist.
Yeah. You went there and you bombed their country, and then they fight back.
The same thing.
And then you call them terrorists. Like, oh, that's great.
In the way the government can classify them as the same thing because.
Yeah.
You think of some of the conspiracy theories out there.
Yeah.
You could the government could obviously bend that into being terrorism or terrorist activity or whatever.
Well, for sure. The sad part is too, they go and bomb a country, like just obliterate it, and then when the people start to fight back, they are labeled terrorists.
They're labeled terrorists and dealt with.
Oh, good job. Like all it is just.
Do you think there is a special camp, special facilities out there for all these people? You think that's gone now? It's still around. It's just moved.
Oh, for sure. It's terrible. They call them terrorists too. Like they're fighting for their country, then you call them terrorists. Oh,
that's what really upsets me. Is
aren't you great?
A lot of these veterans that are coming home from Afghanistan and Iraq and so on and so forth, they ain't getting nothing. They're not getting any support. The only people that are supporting them is their family, and sometimes not even their family supports them.
Well, I don't know what it's like in the States. I'm not an expert on that.
That's what it's like in the States. That's what I'm describing.
Yeah, but here, just in detail though. But But here, I guess we got a similar thing going on. We got just waves of our veterans, coming back from Afghanistan and all that. They're all killing themselves. They're all committing suicide. You know
why? It's because it was all them damn drugs that the government gave them when they was over in the military. Because that's a fact. Over in the military, over in Iraq, when the people couldn't get to sleep, the soldiers, they couldn't get to sleep. You know what they were given?
Yeah.
They're given that sleeping pill stuff, that Ambien or whatever it's called, that really strong, high-power sleeping stuff that gives you crazy dreams.
Yeah.
And it says not to take if you have depression or if you have psychotic behavior or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them took that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's an addictive pill as well.
It's sad too, because they go over there and they come home and they kill themselves. There's no support for them. They come home. They try to get support. Like no, we don't do that.
That's why I'd say if we, the citizens, took control of all the stuff that, not all the stuff, but some of the stuff, some of the stuff that the government does or has control of, I think it would be better if we took care of that, if it was like a volunteer type deal, I mean, look how many people out there in the world want to be volunteers. Well, here you go. Here's a chance. You got the skill. How about you volunteer for it to give back to the world?
Well, the people in numbers have power.
Yeah.
In numbers, we all have power. Unfortunately, when there's that one guy that goes to government...
Cole, don't talk about that. We're conspiracy theorists. We're terrorists.
Right. Yeah, I know, right? It's terrorists, right? Like, when you go to the government, you're
I hear a missile coming.
Yeah. When you go to the government and you're tell them, it's a tyranny, guys. Get off the property or we arrest you. You record the police, and it'll say, both in U.S. Canada, you are totally allowed to record in public, and you can record the law enforcement officers. But the police, and you record them, it can be like 3 feet, it can be, 20, 30 feet away from them, right? Recording them, and they still come over to you. What you doing? I want to see some identification.
I don't know if they say it like that, Cole, but
in some cases
hey, boy, what's that identification, boy?
And they're like, how dare you record me?
Cole's got that southern accent.
Or in a lot of cases like that. How dare you record me?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, those
Or
Dallas
they like try
cops.
to push the camera away or whatever, like get out of here.
Yeah, or they'll threaten to arrest you or
Yeah.
something.
Or they're
You know,
threatening to shoot you 8 times, or your dog as well.
oh yeah, that was just sad. Yeah, obviously, mention that call-in number again for our listeners.
Oh yeah, guys, if you want to call in and give your opinion on the topics that we are discussing, let me get Skype running. It is the number 1, okay? Just so you know, that's the United States number, I guess, 1. Then you dial the area code 213-814-3151. Cole has a cough there, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. It is 1-213-814-3151. Yes, indeed. You can also search for the name News in General News on Skype, and you'll be able to call us that way.
Yeah, I'd like to get some callers. I want to see what people think about the police shooting a dog 8 times.
How about this? How about we talk about this while we wait for the callers?
Right.
I have a feeling that social networks in general, and I'm talking about YouTube and Google as well. They see some topics, some topics or titles of videos. They say, oh, that's too we can't popularize that video. We don't want to put that out and let people watch it. We want to kind of hide it from the mainstream people, all the people out there. And I have a feeling that that's what they're going to do with this video.
Yeah, all the great trendies. But it's very interesting, too, that you say that.
Yeah.
Because you take a look at certain things, take a look at all the videos that generally go viral on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
None of them have any educational value except for the fact that they are stupid. But you have people in droves that will sit there at night and watch those entertainment shows, will read about all the entertainment, basically a bunch of worthless crap that nobody really should care about.
Exactly.
But then you're like, the government is out of control. So, but Miley Cyrus, right?
Yeah.
No, the government is out of control, people.
That was a good one.
But why do I care? The TV
she's
still
twerking.
works.
She's twerking right there. Look.
Yeah, I sit in front of the TV. It tells me what to do, how to dress, how to look.
Yeah, they're brainwashing
the TV. Me. Yeah. I sit there like, yeah, Miley Cyrus. What a disgrace.
I don't understand it. That's what the problem I have is understanding people nowadays. It's just.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I was away. I was sick for almost 3 years. Okay, I didn't go out of my house. I didn't do nothing. I slept in my bed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whatever. For almost 3 years. And I come out, and the whole world's changed. They're like freaking zombies. They're like the world's ending, conspiracy theories everywhere, and the government's taking over. And
in most cases, the conspiracy theories are right, and they're not actually conspiracy theories.
Exactly.
Like I've said this quite a few times. If you see this guy's believe you're a conspiracy theorist. Bottom line.
Yep.
Don't know how it works. Your video just cut out, but.
It's NSA cutting in.
Yeah. I don't understand why they do. Obviously, the mainstream media, they don't want that out there. They suppress a lot of things. Obviously, with the story we just took a look at with the Obamacare, they're suppressing free speech.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's stupid. Like, you can't talk about facts. The sun rises in the morning. You can't say that, I guess.
Yeah. Unless if we make up some stuff, then it'll be okay with that. If we lie about some stuff, they'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
But if it's the truth, if it's facts, then they're like, oh, no, we're shutting you down.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You dare criticize Obama? How dare you? A good old dictator. How dare you criticize him?
You're done for. You called Obama a dictator. You're done for, Cole. You're done. Hang it up. Hang it up, Cole. You're done.
Yeah, exactly. I was reading an InfoWars article,
You're done, man.
And guess how much Obama made off that little Mandela speech?
A couple, maybe $1 million around there or more.
Well, approximately $500,000 per minute.
Oh, holy friggin' hell! How many minutes was it?
Well, let's take a look.
I didn't bother watching anything Obama said.
Neither did I. I spews garbage most of the time.
hey, just to get this right, get this straight. Cole's the one that said Obama's a dictator, not me.
Yeah. Oh,
he lives in Canada. I live in the United States.
Yeah, exactly. Well, according to InfoWars, like I said, it was obviously this was published just before the speech, but it was predicted to be about 10 minutes long.
I also want to talk about one of those 10 minutes. Holy cow! And how much?
So
$500,000.
So that works out to about $5 million.
$5 million. Yes, I was right. A couple million.
And oh yeah, exactly. And of course the nice jet that he used, the 28-hour two-way flight.
Oh yeah.
To get to South Africa. That's another $5 million that had to throw into that. You have to start like $1,000.
That is why they're taking me off of Medicare. They need that money for Obama's jet. They're taking me off Medicare because of that.
Yeah, and throwing a bunch of other costs. Some other things cost over $23,000, but they can't pay for anything else.
Yep, they can't pay for a young man in Maine who needs his ostomy supplies.
You can't pay for anyone, actually. How dare that, No, what they'll do, though, is they'll give all that money to the illegals.
Yep.
All the people that have hopped across the border.
Yep.
We'll give them, a few million in, free drugs and free treatment. They give them driver's license now, too.
Yeah. And then they brainwash them, okay? They make them go out and do these things that are, everyday Americans wouldn't do.
Right.
They brainwash them is what they do. They brainwash them with money.
Well, for sure. And really, you can't eat money. I heard that quote before. I really liked it. But Jason, try to get some money. Get your money out of your wallet and put it in your mouth. Tell me how it goes.
No, I'm good.
You can't really do much with money, other than buy stuff, But
yeah.
If anything,
I'd have a hard time eating a credit card.
Exactly. Oh, that's good. Oh, like all those chemicals. Oh, it's cutting my throat.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just broke my tooth.
Yeah. Oh, my throat's bleeding. Oh, I died.
Yeah, I just got a perforated colon.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the mainstream media too.
So I hope that everybody's figured out a way to watch this video, because I'm not sure if we've got comments, and I'm not sure if the new YouTube, Google, whatever they're doing with this events thing, people realize that they're doing this and we're able to watch it. Let me see if I can watch just by clicking on the link.
Yeah, see if I can get us some comments. Oh, by the way, like I was saying though, the mainstream media, they made all this stupid stuff popular, stuff that nobody really should care about.
Oh, okay, yep. Okay, guys, I'm on the events page. I don't like it, guys. I hate it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. It looks like there is no comments whatsoever, and you know why? That's because Google and YouTube are thumbing down. They're hiding our little live stream because we're talking too much about the no stuff.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I bet you if we were to talk about Miley Cyrus or something for the entire show.
I wonder, could you rename this while we're doing this or no? I was gonna say rename it as something, something that'll get out there, because it just says News in General Weekly.
Yeah. Well, here, let's see if I can get to the video page. So this is live for everybody watching.
Yep, this is live. We're doing this all live, guys.
Troubleshooting live. See, this is not like the script on the TV where they sit there and they read the teleprompter.
There you go. We're not
reading off the teleprompter.
This is actually my bedroom you're in right now.
Yeah. They're like, Obama is great. Obama is our Lord and Savior. Obama is the best. Obama says Obamacare is good, so Obamacare
we are zombies.
Is good.
Please help us.
We will not question Obama. This most certainly doesn't. This definitely not Nazi style anything.
Oh, that's cool. JK Tech has liked the video from us.
Right on.
Right on.
So I'm on the video page now, and we do have some comments.
Oh, we do. Good.
So let's try and answer some questions.
Yes.
So,
call in, guys.
I'm trying to figure this one out here. What about sign for letters/post?
No idea what that's about.
I think he's trying to ask, how do you know if you've got mail or something? With the the mailboxes in the beginning.
You probably have to go check it every day then.
I guess.
I mean, it's up to you. You want your mail to go check it every day.
What about public safety or Amber Alert flyers? Don't know about that either. Great show tonight, guys.
Be more specific on
that. Yeah. I guess both of those from Mark Hyder.
Okay.
And in another case, great show tonight, guys. Really starting to enjoy these from Front Page Tech. Good job.
Oh, yes. Thank you, John. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, so there we go. But where were we? Back to what we were talking about how the mainstream media is so great.
Oh, boy, you made my mind go so away from that. Let's see.
What do you think is the problem with mainstream media, other than the fact it's a total failure? It's a disgusting failure.
There you go.
Garbage.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's all garbage. The mainstream media goes out and gets the popular stuff, and that's all they care about. They blow that up. Oh, there's 200 people killed over here, but yeah, Miley Cyrus is twerking, or this is happening with this person, or Justin Bieber's doing this, or he's dating Selena Gomez, or they're cheating here, or they're cheating there. I don't give a fuck.
You
I
know
want
what?
to know
Yeah,
about
and
my
you know what?
country. I want to know what's happening on
And
the
you know,
world.
those
In
people
the
will
world.
probably be offended if they ever heard this.
Yeah,
But you know,
they are offended. They've been
if
brainwashed.
you guys do see this, think about this.
I'm getting riled up.
Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, you all really do not matter.
No, you're
Okay?
people like me and Cole. So
Yeah,
you're
you
not the
really are.
news.
Yeah, sure, you've gotten some money, but really, where has it gotten you? You know, come on. Let's face it. Everybody wants to pay attention to all that garbage, while the government's out of control. The police are out of control for the most part. There's still
And
good
that
police
is
out
a
there.
problem, and that is what we're trying to tackle with news in general, doing the live show,
Yeah,
the articles. We're trying to tackle that problem. We're trying to get it out there to the people so they can see what's really happening. Because obviously they're not seeing what's happening. Because if they did, they would have changed that a long time ago. This wouldn't be happening right now.
exactly.
News not bound by corporate interest. That's
There
what
you
news
go.
in general is.
You go over to like CNN or something. You're like, we bow down to corporate interests.
Yeah.
We
Oh
bow
yeah.
down to government.
Let me kiss your shoes for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Me and Cole go there. You know what we say? You know what?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's a tyranny. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That booty, right? She has no ass,
Yeah.
but hey, she's popular.
It's just a shame that they popularize absolute garbage.
Yeah.
They spew garbage.
And
they
not
tell
only
you,
that, but think, Miley Cyrus was a role model to young girls. Now look what they're doing to the young girls now. They're out there dressing like 30-year-old women, going to clubs and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And a year ago too, if you said there's drones in the U.S., you would have been a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. Oh, you're a terrorist. You're a conspiracy theorist.
Now you say, hey, there's drones. Like, yeah, I know, right? But
Yeah,
of course,
cool.
now
They're
they say,
awesome,
oh,
man.
it's good, it's awesome.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Amazon Air,
It's just, then they'll put missiles on them. Like, yeah, it's to protect you, right? For your safety.
Yeah, while you're getting your mail out of your community mailbox.
Yeah, you got a drone hovering at your front door for your safety.
Yeah. Oh boy. I do want to let you guys know, the viewers out there, whoever's watching, we are going to be doing possibly some podcasts in the future.
For your safety.
Yeah, for your safety. No corporate interests included with that. We're not doing corporate podcasts. We're talking about kind of the similar stuff that we're talking about now, but we're going to be including some more technology talk, stuff like that. Cause I'm really into the tech. I have a hard time getting out of that. So, and like I said, Cole will be on there every now and then. When he gets a chance to. He's not going to be on there all the time like he is with the live shows here, but he'll be on there every now and then. Just a quick mention for you guys out there.
Yeah, you definitely watch us. Where can people watch us?
Yeah.
Give them a link so they can go check those out when we start. Like, where would people go to watch those?
Actually, we'll have a link in the description below for you guys to check out all those podcasts.
All right, so you guys do that, and of course you can follow us on Twitter. Keep an eye on that at News in General.
Yeah.
And some other. You have any other topics? Facebook too.
Check out the Facebooker.
Head to facebook.com/News in General, I believe.
And we're on Twitter. We tweet out our articles there as well.
So, anything else you want to cover? You want to cover any of your videos or anything like that, or you want to?
Oh yeah, we could cover a video. This will be a special because I'm now doing videos for News in General. So we'll do a special kind of topic here. Let me get one of my videos up because I do really like doing the videos, as Cole knows. What did you think of some of my videos? Have you watched them yet, or have you got?
No, I haven't had a chance. Haven't.
Okay, good. Yeah, make sure you watch it though.
I will.
Make sure you watch it because I want to get your opinion on them.
For sure.
All right, now some of my topics that I talk about. One is about microphones in light bulbs.
Hey, let's get people an example of these.
Yeah, go grab one there. I already did my example.
They're in really nice boxes too. See, look at that. Energy Smart, they tell you.
Energy, oh yeah.
General Electric, most certainly not a sponsor of any kind.
Yeah, corporate. There you go.
But let's take a look at one of these bulbs. Let's pull one out of the box. There we go. Of course, you got all that EPA stuff.
Hey, that's the same type of light bulb I got. Same brand.
I put the General Electric box in the ground. I only used is 26 watts, but it.
Why are you doing a shout out for somebody that's corporate?
Oh, I'm not.
They're not. No, it's not GE. We didn't say that.
No. But not all of them have the holes. It's a small one, so it seems to. So let's take a look at this here. Now, if you look through it there, if you see in the very center of the base, right there.
Yeah.
You got those holes. Now it's a little different than the one Jason showed you. Now I've seen something on a conspiracy site that said, hey, there might be a microphone in there. Now I can't guarantee it, and none of us can, but it's a possibility because there's a fair bit of room in there now.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure to check out this video on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what's inside here is supposed to be an electronic ballast and all that keeps the lights, working properly.
Yep.
It's interesting. Obviously, it's a compact fluorescent light, but if you look at a fluorescent tube, that's not there. It has ballast in it, but it's not quite like that.
And it's not fully, all that space inside isn't taken up.
Right, right. So what do you think of the idea, Jason? You think it's
Yeah, like I said in my video, I think it's possible.
Possible?
Yeah, I have not found any. Like I said, I have not found any, and I'm glad I haven't. I don't have any secret information on Area 51, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's possible because there's quite a bit of room in there, especially the larger bulbs.
Yeah.
Like the big honking ones that you use for like studio lights.
Yeah, this is like a medium size.
Yeah, it's a medium. There's another step up, like a 6,000 something. I forget what the name of it is. But yeah, it's a huge one, and I bet you could fit a nice little mini camera in there and a microphone with the mini camera as well.
Well, for sure. In most light bulbs throughout their life, not all of them. This one I got behind me, sits like this, but a lot of light bulbs. I gotta make sure. A lot of light bulbs sit like that for their life.
Yeah.
And so, come on, the camera's pointing down.
Microphone right there. There you go.
Most light bulbs do this for the rest of their lives until they burn out. And of course, these, they burn out nicely and they burn up. Some of them do actually.
Now, if you want to get more details on this story, make sure to watch that video. Also, there was another video I did cover, and that is about: is another ice age upon us? Egypt receives snowfall. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, because this is the most important thing in the world, that Egypt got snowfall. But they got snowfall.
Last time it happened was 100 years ago.
Yeah, they got about 112 years, I think they said.
Yeah. I do have something interesting to mention. I don't know if you mentioned this in your video.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm going to read something off the box, and apparently this thing complies with the FCC rules. I do not understand why it needs to, but it does.
Really?
This product complies with Part 18 of the FCC rules, but may cause interference to radios, televisions, wireless telephones, and remote controls. Avoid placing this product near these devices. If interference occurs, move the product away from the device or plug it into a different outlet.
I want to talk about something real quick.
Do not install this product in your maritime safety equipment or critical navigation or communication equipment operating between 0.5 and 30 megahertz or millihertz, something like that. Isn't it interesting that it has to comply with FCC rules?
Listen, I want to talk about something really quick, because in my video that I pre-recorded that's on YouTube now, I mentioned about it possibly having a wireless transmitter to where it transmits the audio and the I see it there. Transmits the audio as well as the video, and it transmit it wirelessly. Oh, man, stumbled up there with my words. And I think that's probably that gives it credit right there, what you just said.
Right.
Holy cow! I wish I would have known about this, man.
I don't think these old dinosaurs comply with FCC rules.
Yeah, no.
And of course they're banning those. Just heads up, they're banning them. Come January 1st, it's going to be illegal to manufacture or sell them. Manufacture and import them. That's what make you wonder why.
That gives it credit right there that possibly could have wireless microphones in all of them.
Yeah, you really have to. I can understand a radio having to comply with FCC rules.
Why? Maybe because it has a wireless transmitter inside of the little chips inside there.
But someone's going to have to really explain to me why a light bulb has to comply with FCC rules.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Do your shoes have to comply with FCC rules too?
Do your shoes have to?
No. It's electric, yes.
My watch does.
But it's not supposed to emit radio signals, is it?
That's why. It probably does. It probably does. It probably has a microphone in there.
Unless there's something else to them I don't know, or I don't know.
Hey, you bastards! Are you listening to me? You hear me up there?
Has to comply with FCC rules. Be a good law enforcement tool, you'd think.
Goodness, yeah, that's definitely a good monitoring tool there.
For sure. You don't have to wiretap your phones.
Jeez Louise. Well, you reckon that's about it?
That is about it.
Oh, there comes a Canadian out of you.
There you go. Of course, you can follow News in General on Twitter, @NewsInGeneral. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/newsingeneral. And I'm feeling a fair bit better, actually, now that I'm doing this to my...
oh, good.
Maybe that honey I tried earlier. So
clear it up. Clear it up.
But, of course, you can do that. You can follow Jason Goyette, @JasonGoyette. Yeah, I got it right this time.
Yes.
And you can follow me @CK270. And, of course, we'll be right back here next week at 9 p.m. Eastern, like we are every Saturday. And till then, have a good night, and we'll see you next week. You know, it was snowing that night too, dark.
Oh my God,
You know, a
yeah.
snowplow probably would have come along and just buried him.
Wow. Holy
So,
cow. It's hard to find nice people around anymore.
so it's just those two people that I was telling you about that actually stopped for him.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you know, thousands of people coming down the road, no one stops for him. You know, over who knows how long the guy was sitting there. Like, whether the bus driver seen him fall out.
Yeah, how long
did.
did it take for the people to pick him up, though, to help him up?
I don't think it was that long, really. And then they helped him to the senior center, which is just down the road from there, right?
Yeah.
And no one else would stop for him. And you know, like I said, you know, the snowplow probably would have come along and buried him in the snow.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah.
It would have never found him till the spring.
Holy cow.
You know, someone's driving down the road, and the snow on the side of the road starts melting. You see the body.
Well, guys, if you're out there watching, the two gentlemen that helped the elderly guy fall, you get a thumbs up.
There you go.
You get a pat on the back, a clap. There you go.
It's just sad too that, you know, if they're gonna, you know, like this mail thing too, it's forcing the elderly to get out of their houses.
Yep, there's gonna be a lot more accidents. There's gonna be a lot more slip and falls, and
like I said, in the summer, it's a fine idea. In the summer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Those with mobility issues are gonna have a very difficult time getting around.
Yeah. Unless if they have one of those motor scooters or those little wheelchairs.
Yeah, I wonder how well those do in the cold.
Yeah, they get halfway there and then die or something.
The battery dies in the cold. Or they're coming down the hill and they have to brake and just
slides all the way
sliding down the hill.
Oh man!
Can't stop the thing.
Yeah, jeez Louise.
So
I don't know what they're thinking up there, them damn Canadians.
Well, it's a good idea financially. Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense financially. I agree. Oh, you think they would ever implement that in the United States?
Well, I hear the USPS, right?
Yeah.
I hear they're not doing all that well. Would it make sense for them to do it? Would it make sense for them?
It would.
It would. Will they? Probably not.
Good. I don't want them to, because I'm attached to my mailbox. I have a bond between my mailbox.
They just think you know, even if you did take it off, you'd probably still get flyers coming. You know, even when the mail stopped being delivered, it is to still deliver the flyers and be all over. It would
also give me a chance to say hi to the ladies out there. You know.
Yeah. Well, they're getting their mail, I guess. Yeah.
Hey! You dropped a piece, honey. Let me get it for you.
Yeah. You open your bill. You feel like crap after you look at the bill. Like, I'm so happy to open the bill.
Yeah. I'll wait till I get home for that.
It also sets a lot of people up for identity theft too.
Yep, that too. Yeah,
putting it, way out there.
And I know personally about that. You know, like I told you earlier.
Yeah. And unfortunately, if somebody people probably watch someone drive away with these things too. If I watch their, that's cool. I'm just gonna stay in my house while the guy drives away with the big mailboxes.
There goes another mailbox down the street.
Oh, they're putting them in the back of their pickup.
Holy cow.
There it goes down the road.
They need, the next thing, they want to put cameras wherever. Instead of, how you're at work and you go around the water cooler and you do talking, now it's going to be going to the mailbox, the community mailbox, and you talk to all your neighbors and stuff.
Right, exactly.
Oh, how you do? Yeah, a little meetup place. Oh,
unless they're all antisocial. Like, dare you talk to me?
Yeah, get out of here.
You stay at your own mailbox. Get away from mine.
Mine's under yours.
No, you just stay away.
Shit. Goodness.
It's a good idea, I guess, financially for the country.
Financially, absolutely.
The country makes a bit of sense, I guess, for people, and unfortunately with the elderly, you can't deliver mail to them either, because then they never save money. And with the elderly population set to increase, with all the baby boomers retiring, they'd lose money in the process.
That's very true. I just feel bad for the elderly, like I said, the elderly people out there, because like you said, they're going to have to go out during the wintertime in Canada, and get their mail in the freezing weather.
Well, I guess it'd be okay in like Vancouver, it just be raining or something.
Well, unless if they have a family member that could, go out there for them and do that. I mean, that'll be cool.
Right. Yeah, I guess they have mobility issues too, it'd be even harder.
Yeah. Not many people out there are that nice, to go out and get elderly's, your family members' mail or whatever.
Yeah, unless you got a really nice neighbor or something.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, you got to think of, there's a lot of elderly that lives alone as well. They don't have nobody, no family members there with them, so. Yeah,
and with the way people are too, if they slip and fall. How do most people react when they're driving along and see the elderly?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that, guys. Let's take a picture.
Look at that. Well, let's slow down for a second. Give me the phone. Taking some pictures. Then they just floored. Okay, roll up the window. We're going now.
Yeah, freaking.
I don't even look in the mirror. Well, the elderly guy's sitting there going, "Help me! Yeah. Hey, I'll take a picture of you. Hey, see you now."
All right. All right, guys, I want to let you guys know why Cole goes on a rant, or I'm going to stop him before he goes on a rant there. You guys can do some call-ins. You can call in and chime in on the topics that we're discussing. The number is 1-213-814-3151. That number is 1-213-814-3151. That's
All right,
that's a Skype number, by the way.
now I was going to get into a good rant, so let me finish.
Oh, okay. So go rant on now. Let's
So
go. Let's get into it.
there's this one guy I knew, right? And he was
Yeah.
driving along the road, and he's seen this elderly guy at a bus stop, right? And I guess he fell. So I guess the bus driver didn't care, just let him off the bus. He fell, and so part of him's actually on the road. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So
Like
you
half of his body's on the road, and it's winter time.
Yeah.
And nobody bothered stopping for him except this guy I knew, and then another guy stopped as well, and they helped him up and helped into a little senior center just down the road, right?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Now
yeah.
chances are, if nobody would have stopped for him,
This is just an excuse. What happens if you go there? It gives you more of a reason to accidentally drop your item or somebody steal it from you. You go there, there's a bunch of people at this community mailbox place, and that's a good place for thieves to hang out at. You know what I'm saying?
someone's gonna, put it in the back of their pickup truck and drive off.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Cole Cooper goes to get his iPad out of the mailbox or goes to get something that he ordered, and there's some guy lurking behind one of those big boxes or whatever.
You just see it get ripped off its base. The strap are tied around it, following a pickup truck, and the guys run out and throw it in the back of the truck and floor it.
The thing is are they going to bolt them down, or are they going to have any way of bolting them to the concrete or to a pole?
They're gonna have to do They're gonna have to do one hell of a job because
come
on, if they're little tiny bolts, trust me, pickup truck will end those bolts.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I also see a problem with, like you've mentioned earlier, with elderly people. They're going to have to now go out and get their mail, or they're going to have somebody else go out and get their mail for them.
Like in the summer, it might be okay. It might be kind of nice for them to have go out for a little stroll.
Yeah, but you're up in Canada. I mean,
but
come
when
on.
it's minus 40 in the winter and the snow's blowing and all that, absolute blizzard, minus 40, wind chill, minus 50, it'll be really nice.
Yeah. I mean, come on, you're up in Canada. I mean, it doesn't make no sense.
In the summer, it'll probably work for them, maybe.
Biggest thing,
if they have mobility issues too, then they're going to have to get somebody to go and get the mail.
Exactly. The biggest thing I think, like you said, the reason why they're doing this is to save money.
They're
saving money. They're saving money, making you spend more money, and making it harder for you to get your mail, more difficult.
And slashing
an extra
jobs.
Step. And slashing jobs. There you go. That's gonna piss off a lot of people up there. I know that for sure.
Unless they really are. Unless these 15,000 employees really are retiring.
Retiring.
Or Jason, if it's 15,000 employees retiring, then they're just gonna lay off about 68,000 employees on the side.
Say you've been retired and that's it. We won't sue you, or we won't try to destroy your life or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see higher stamp prices and changes, and we're also gonna see more retail outlets. Because here, Canada Post, you can mail stuff, the grocery store and stuff like that. You want to expand that idea, I guess, to more stores. I know here in the city they got little offices and pharmacies. And grocery stores. Yeah, it works quite well. It's convenient.
I also have one question about it. Will businesses be forced to use this now, or?
Yes. This applies to businesses too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bad place for thieves, because, I mean, people, owners of businesses and stuff, going to get their mail around this big community of all these people.
So my plan would be, my suggestion would be for your parcels and all your iPads and all that expensive stuff. Just try UPS or FedEx.
FedEx.
It'll at least get to your door.
Yeah.
Even if here's another part too. If you get it out of the box, who's to say someone isn't going to jump you when you get all your nice expensive stuff out of the box?
Open your stuff at the community mailbox.
And
go home and open it.
And of course, hey, welcome back to another News in General live stream. I'm here with Jason Goyette tonight, and I'm Cole Kruper, of course. Tonight we're going to be covering quite a few stories on the police state and a few other things up here in Canada, and so Jason, of course, you can follow him on Twitter at Jason Goyette, and follow me on Twitter at CK270. And, of course, you can follow News in General on Twitter at News in General and stay up to date with all the stuff that we are writing about and all the stuff that Jason is doing videos on every week. So the very first story we're going to be covering is one on Canada Post and their plan to end door-to-door mail delivery, opting for community mailboxes. The internet has made a large part of mail obsolete. Today, many people use the internet to receive and pay bills, send letters to one another, or letters, emails, obviously, to one another, and so on. The internet has impacted a lot of businesses, especially the mail industry. Canada Post, a crown corporation, which means it's owned by the Canadian government, has announced its plan for the future. The main point being the end of door-to-door delivery in urban areas, which will be a process that will start in the second half of 2014 and should be fully effective in the next 5 years. Once the plan is completed, people will have to go to a community mailbox to receive their mail. It includes parcels and all that stuff, so that expensive iPad that you bought will be put in a nice community mailbox unless you go through UPS or something. This change, according to the Canada Post, will affect 1/3 of Canadians, saying those who live in rural areas or currently use community mailboxes will see no changes to their current service. These community mailboxes are meant for urban areas. Now, the change will also see a reduction in workers at Canada Post by about 6,000 to 8,000 employees, although Canada Post expects about 15,000 employees to retire in the next few years, making the process easier, allowing Canada Post to hire only who it needs in the future. And Canadians will also see higher stamp prices. March 31st, 2014, individual stamps will rise to the price of $1, and in bulk they will rise to the price they will rise to 85 cents from the current price of 63 cents. And Canada Post also intends to expand its retail network, opening more franchise locations and local retailers around the country to better serve Canadians. Canada Post will also make various internal changes to make mail and parcels flow better through their network and out to their customers. The reasoning for this decision is mainly due to the fact that if Canada Post continues on its current path, by 2020 Canada Post will lose $1 billion annually. The new plan will also make the Crown Corporation financially sustainable by 2019. So what do you think of that, Jason? Sound like a good plan?
Hell no, it doesn't sound like a good plan.
Think about all the...
the reason why I say that is... No, I do have a question also. The reason why I say that is, like you said, you mentioned something about iPads and expensive items and stuff.
Mail carriers in the past have been attacked too, and stole their mail.
Yeah, so, that's true. Yeah. Bring your pit bull with you.
We're gonna put it all in one place. That's a great idea.
Yeah, great idea, great idea, guys.
Yep.
Bring your pit bull with you.
And of course, I guess it can cause some litter problems too, as you can see. The article there.
Yeah, check out. Hey, by the way, guys, the links in the description are to all the articles that Cole Kruper and I wrote. So go check them out if you want to read the full story.
Yeah, 90% me and 10% Jason.
There you go. Yeah, he's catching up with me, by the way. I'm at 140 something. He's at, what are you
48.
at? 48. Yeah.
So I'm cranking up the articles.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blown away. Well, I got videos coming for you guys. He's got articles. So how's that?
Yeah.
That's good for you.
But I guess it makes sense to save money, because do you want to go down the route of let's bankrupt the country with all this wonderful stuff? Let's look at the example of another country which is $17 trillion in debt. Great plan.
This is a terrible, terrible idea, because they say, who's gonna clean up all this mess? Like you said, all the litter and stuff.
Well, I guess it probably won't happen in all areas, but I guess it can in some areas. I'd say just don't let them deliver flyers to these damn things.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand flyers coming to my door, actually.
That's a good way to get rid of flyers and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Because think about it, most of the time when they get to my door, they don't ever put them in the mailbox, probably, so they're blowing across the driveway, and you're trying to pick all this stuff up. Like, oh, this is great. Like, you just need to put I've always said, let's put up a garbage can on the stairs.
Flyers go here.
Yeah, exactly. But besides, the flyers go there with an arrow pointing down to the garbage can.
Jesus.
And then, come, garbage day, and just tie it up and throw it at the curb. Done.
So they're saying that these community mailboxes will cost $400 million to $500 million.
That's what it'll save them that amount.
Oh, it'll save them that amount. Wow. And they're saying how much is it costing to put get all this going on?
Like I said, with the current plan, with the way they are right now, before this plan here that you see comes into effect, they will lose $1 billion annually by 2020. They can prevent that by 2019 with the new plan. Yeah,
that's all about money, like I said, folks.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Listen to this, I love this word. Streamlining operation. $100 million to $150 million.
Well, yeah, let's obviously they want to make things flow faster through their network. Instead of using clunky things that don't work as well.
That goes to say, is the mail going to be, shipped to you faster, maybe?
Could be.
If it's the streamlined operation is so streamlined.
You could, and the thing that'll also reduce time too is it's a lot quicker to deliver mail to one place.
That is, there you go. Get a big old FedEx truck or something like that, somewhere around that size, and
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
they got their little vans, I guess, right now. I guess
So
they get
so
bigger
this will
trucks.